Hi everyone. Today I am going to give some ideas about what is computer science subject networking. Networking. First of all, we just know about what is meant by computer. What is meant by networking? Networking in computer science. Networking is nothing but to passing any message from one point to another point. It is using through the networking. The networking depending upon data communication. First of all, we just discussing about the data communication. What is meant by data communication? What are all components inside using the data communication, and what are all the characteristics in data communication. First, data communication is nothing but to exchange the data between two devices via some form of transmission medium. Data communication system is combination of hardware and software. The effective data communication system depends on fundamental characteristics like delivery of the original data content, accuracy of the original data content, and timelines. Next one is main component of the, we just know about the main component of the data communication. Here takes place the message. First one is message, second one is sender, third one is receiver, and intermediate like medium and protocols. The message is nothing but the information to be communicated. Like information means the exchange of numeric values, text values, combination of pictures and videos, etc. And next one component is sender. Sender is a device that send the data message. It's like a computer or workstations or telephone, handset or video camera, anything. Next one is receiver is a device that is also receive the messages. It's also like a computer or workstations. Next one is medium. Medium and protocols takes main role. It's improve its quality of the transmission. Medium is a physical path by which the message travel from sender to receiver. It's maybe twisted pair, cable, or radio waves. Next one is protocols. Protocol is nothing but is a set of rules that cover the data communication. I just a simple diagram following video. This is one is the very simple diagram to explain the what is meant by networking and what is meant by data communication. What are components occur in data communication? 5 components we know this: sender, receiver, medium, message, and protocol. Direction of data flow. The transmission of the data is done by any one of the transmission mode, like a simplex, half duplex, or full duplex. That is also I give the diagrams in between this video. Next one is networking. Networking can be defined as the interconnected connection of the autonomous computers and security. It is an effective and efficient network. Must meet the criteria like it's also the performance and reliability and security. The performance means performance of the passing the messages can be measured by the transmit and response time. Next one is transmit time is very must, because the amount of time required to a message to travel from one device to another. At the same time, the response time, that is the elapsed time between the inquiry and response. Performance of the networks is depending upon the number of users and types of transmission medium and hardware and also the software. Next one, the reliability also main one, reliability and security, that is that two things also we consider to transmission of the data. Reliability is accuracy of the delivery. Network reliability is measured by frequency of the failures, recovery time of the network after failures, and network robustness in the between the medias. And security also very important role, because already we discussed about the cryptography, network security, information security, lot of subjects. I just give one line explanation. Network security include the protecting data from unauthorized access and virus. Next one is we see the categories of the networking is LAN, MAN and WAN. Usually we know the LAN means local area network and MAN means metropolitan area network. Next one, WAN means wide area network. I just discussing the one or two lines. First one, LAN means local area network. Local area network, LAN connect the network devices over the short distance. LANs are owned, controlled and managed by single person or organization. It's allow the sharing the resources in networking like printer, software, etc. It's example for the LAN topology like bus, ring and star. I just give the diagrams also. Next one, metropolitan area network, that means MAN, using the capital letters MAN. It's owned by private companies or it may be service provided by public. MAN connect several LANs together, and MAN designed to extend over the entire city. Next one is MAN, the wide area network. That is also to written like a capital letter WAN, wide area network. Wide area network is a data communication system spanning states, next countries or the whole world. Private owned WAN is called enterprises network. I just give that diagram also in this video. Next one, we discussing the two categories of connections like point to point and multi points. Usually the point to point provide the dedicated link between the two devices. Entry capabilities of the channels is reserved for transmission between the two devices. That is also I give the diagrams. Next, same thing, the multi points. The multi points is more than two specific devices share a single link. The channel is shared by several devices. Next one we will discuss the topologies. Topologies is the main concept in networking. This is the point-to-point line. Next one is multi-point line diagram. Next one, the topology diagram. Here its main role for mesh, star, tree, bus and ring. I just give the diagrams and one or two lines explanation for the topology types like mesh as a dedicated point-to-point link is provided to every other devices. Number of n number of devices fully connected mesh contain n bracket n minus 1 divided by 2 links. The device, for example, we consider the 5 devices, 5 workstations connected by mesh. We calculated 5 within the curve bracket, 5 minus 1 divided by close the bracket divided by 2. Nearly we get the 10 links. The mesh, we use the mesh, we get the advantages like eliminate the traffic problems, robust and privacy and security. Next, easy fault identification and fault detection. At the same time, we have some disadvantages also. Installation and reconfigurations. One is the main disadvantage, and it has the more space and it's more expensive. Next one I am discussing with you star topology. The star topology, each device has dedicated point-to-point link only to a central controlled control. It's called the hub. The n devices are connected using number of links. For example, 4 devices connected using the 4 links. 4 links means I will show the diagrams in between or after the explanation of this topologies. We consider the 4 workstations like sender, receiver and multiple center of the controller, that is the hub. It also has some disadvantages and advantages. Comparatively mesh, it's okay. For example, advantage of the star topology is less expensive and than mesh topology. One link and one input-output port required to connected to any number of others. Easy to install and reconfiguration, and addition and move and detection involve only one connection. Robust. Next one, easy fault identification and fault isolation also. Here also has the disadvantage. It's like more cabling than the topology like bus topology. Next one, we discussing the tree topology. The tree topology, majority of the devices are connected to a secondary hub that in turn is connected to the central hub, that is the active hub, that is called active hub. I will give the diagrams in following video. After the explanation of this kind of topologies. Next one, we discussing the advantage and disadvantages of this topology. Now, actually, I just give the explanation of the active hub. Active hub contain repeaters, regenerate received bit patterns. Like passive hub provide a simple physical connection between the attached devices. Its advantage, I just give the 1 or 2 lines advantage and disadvantage in this topology also. Advantage, it has the more device can be attached. Next one is allow network is isolate and communication is very good. Next one, disadvantage, like same as star topology. I will give the explanation. I will give the explanation of the star topology. Okay, next one, we're discussing the bus topology, one or two lines. The long cables act as a backbone to the link all the devices. Next one is ring topology. The ring topology, each device has a dedicated point-to-point link only with the two devices, either side of it. Each devices incorporate of the repeater. Next, n number of devices are connected using the n links. We just discussed before what is meant by link, how to calculate its link. It's depending upon the number of devices using the n into n. That means 5 components or 5, 4, whatever, depending upon the topology also. Okay, the ring topology has some advantages and few disadvantages. I just discuss one or two advantage and disadvantages also. The advantage, like easy to install and configure, and fault isolation is simplified. Next one, disadvantage is unidirectional traffic. That is the main disadvantage of the ring topology. This one is mesh topology. Here we consider the 5 devices connected. We calculate the 5 devices connected by mesh as 5 within curve bracket 5 minus 1, close the curve bracket, divided by 2. Then we get the links, 10 links. Next one is star topology. This one is a tree topology. This one is bus topology. This one is ring topology. Next one, we should know about the protocols and standards. The protocol is a set of rules cover data communication. Any two entities can communicate only through a protocols. The protocol defines what is communicated, how it is communicated, and when it is communicated. The key elements of the protocols is syntax, semantic, timing. First, the syntax refer to the format of the data. Example, first 8-bit is the address of the sender, and the second 8-bit is the address of the receiver, and the rest is the message. Next one, semantic refer to the meaning of each session of the bits. For example, address identified to route to the destination. The timing refer to the data to be sent and how fast they can be sent. Standard means the protocol standard. The protocol standard provide the model for development that make it possible for a produce a work regardless to the individual manufacturers. The standard are the essential in creating and maintaining an open competitive market for the equipment manufacturing. The standard provide guidelines to the manufacturers. The data communication standard will fall into the 2 categories. One is de facto, another one is de jure. I give the flow chart of this standard. Next one, discussing the ISO OSI model. It is a major place to take in networking. Usually we discuss in the ISO. The expansion of ISO is an international standard organization. The ISO is a multinational body dedicated to worldwide agreement on international standard. The open system interconnection OSI is a model for understanding and designing a networking architecture that is flexible, robust and interoperable, easy to access. In this layers we just easy to remember, we using a tricks. I just give a sentence. Please don't throw stone on parking area. That means physical. Please means physical layer. Please don't. Don't means D for data link layer, and don't D-O-N apostrophe. That N means network layer. Next one, throw. Throw means transportation layer, a layer. Stone, that is equivalent to session layer. Parking area, parking, P for first letter P. So presentation layer. Area, parking area. Area first letter is application layer. So we just remember that 7 layers using the please don't throw stone on the parking area. First one is physical layer. Physical layer coordinate the functions required to the transmit a bit stream over the physical medium. The physical layer concerned with the physical characteristics of the interface and media as they defined, and also type of the transmission media as defined. Representation of the bits, only signals, electrical or optical, can be transmitted through this medium. Data rate. The data rate defines the transmission rate. Next one is synchronization of the bits. The sender and receiver must be synchronized at the levels, bit levels. Next one, line configuration. Define the types of the link, peer-to-peer or multi-point configuration. Next one, it also the major role, the physical topology. The physical topology define how the device are connected to make a network. It's maybe tree or bus, etc. Types of topology we saw. Next one, in this mode, the transmission mode is define the direction of the transmission. It's like a simplex or it's maybe duplex. I will give the diagrams in after this explanation. Second one is data link layers is responsible for the node to node delivery. That means the error free data delivery to the upper layer. It is also depending upon the responsibilities of the data link layer, including the framing. Framing is a stream of bit from network layers is divided into manageable data units called the frames. And physical address also, the address of the sender and receiver is placed in the hundred attachment with the frames in the receiver and outside the sender's network. Then the receiver address is address of the device connecting the sender's network, next network. The flow control depending upon the speed which sender send and receiver receive the data should be balanced. The flow of the data is controlled by using the several mechanisms. The same thing, error control and access control also depending upon the in this link layer. After the link layer, we give the importance to next one layer is network layer. Network is the third one. Network layer is the responsible for source to destination delivery of the packets across the multiple networks. Its responsibilities is logical address and routing. Logical addressing means packet phases. Packet phases the networking boundary. Then the physical address alone cannot be used. So the logical address of the sender and receiver, including its header. Routing is also the packet to write designation as the task of the network layer. Next one major layer is transport layer. Transport layer is responsible for the source to destination end to end delivery of the entire messages. The transportation layer responsibilities are the service point addressing, segmentation and assembly, and connection controls also. Next one, it's also having the flow control and error controls. We just differ from before layer like the service address pointing. The service pointing address, that is the port address. Port address is necessary because we split the packets, no. So the source point address, that means the port address. The connection control of the transportation layer can be connectionless or connection oriented. The connectionless transport layer treats each segment as independent packets and delivers its transport layer of the designation. The connection oriented service connection is established between the sender and receiver transport layer. Then after the data are transmitted, completely connected to the transmitted, and data flow and flow control and error control is the similar to the previous layer. We just give the we just collect the data from the previous layers. Next one is session layers. Session layers also take the important role in OSI models. The session layer is the networking dialog control. It's maintain the synchronized interconnection between the communicating systems. Responsibilities for the session layer is also the dialog control and synchronization. Dialog control means session layer allow two systems either into a dialog of duplex or full duplex. And next one, its major responsibilities is called the synchronization. The session layers allow the process to add checkpoints, synchronization points into the stream of the data. If any crash occur in between the data from the previous checkpoint retransmitted instead of the retransmitting entire message from the beginning. Next one important layer is presentation layer. The presentation layer is the concerned with the syntax and semantic of the information exchange between two systems. The presentation layer's responsibilities are translation, encryption, and compressions. The transmission means that different machines uses different encoding methods to translate data to bit stream for the transmissions. Presentation layer is responsible for interoperability between the different encoding methods. Next one is encryption. Usually this topic discussed in cryptography subjects. Encryption and decryption. Encryption means to encrypt our original message using some security mechanisms, replacing characters or rearrange the letters, and using some row and column methods, etc. That is called the encryption. So encrypting the message to another form of the privacy and decrypting it is in the receiver side to get the original message sent or task of the presentation layer. Next one, compression. Compression also a major role in physical layer. Data compression reduce the number of bits to be the transmitted. Next one is application layer. That is on the last layer. That is the 7th layer of the this model. The application layer enable the user wherever human or software to access the network. The service of the application layer is provided the network virtual terminals. It's allow the user to log on to the remote host. Next one is file transfer access and management, FTAM, using the capital letters. It's allow user to access the retrieve and manage or control the file in remote system. The application layer is the last layer. It's very useful to the mail service and dictionary service also. The mail service means to provide the basic for the electronic mail, forwarding and storing the data. And next one is directory service. Is provided the distributed database. Next one in application layer, the mail service. Mail service is provide the basic for the electronic mail forwarding and storing the data. Next one is the directory service. In application layer, it provide distributed the database sources and access for the global information about the various objects and services. The last one layer is application layer. All the layers are very important. One is depending upon another one. So we have to give the importance to all these 7 layers. If you like this video and you feel it is very useful to use in your subject oriented, if you feel, you just subscribe my video and give the likes. Thank you, students.